give thanks to our honorary personnel, Sister Judith Hilton, for bringing greeting, solidarity on behalf of the people of Ethiopia, our people, her people, because we know that Ethiopia shall rise again and again. At this time, we bring forward a message from the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated, Rastafari Charter 37 from 33 Law Street, Central Kingston, Jamrock. And this is an open letter or a letter to Prime Minister Abiy. It says, Tana Yistilin, Honorable Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy Ahmed. We wish to notify you, the entire Rastafari fraternity and Pan-Africanists in Jamaican territory are in full support of your noble stand against all forms of Jesuit financial and political tyranny. We are saddened to hear the tragic loss of innocent civilian lives in an unnecessary conflict created by outside Jesuit forces seeking to dominate Ethiopia by frivolous means. The entire Rastafari fraternity and Pan-Africanists in Jamaica are highly disturbed by the atrocities taking place on the holy soil of Ethiopia by Jesuit renegades and human rights violators, in threatening. This phone is just going haywire, you know, the touching, getting smaller, getting gone, threatening the stability of the area with warmongering Western mentality, as the West is known to create wars in interest of worthless and inflationary profit in society. Truly, our goal, financial problems, stem from Jesuit headquarters at the Vatican, on Holy See, and they are ones funding the TPLF opposition with worthless and inflationary US debt money. Therefore, as the Prime Minister of Ethiopia presently, we wish to advise you to charge and condemn the President of the US government at the UN Peace Treaty Organization for human beings to clear human rights breaches of Article 28 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Charter of Fundamental Equality. Article 28 states that everyone is entitled to a social and international order in which the international rights and fundamental freedoms set forth in the declaration can be fully realized. Henceforth, under the Jesuit-created financial condition of every government operating within a debt-based system of bankruptcy, lack of financial intelligence, we must democratically unite in one human right accord to end global Jesuit tyranny. There are no legitimate reasons for our brothers and sisters to initiate war, since financial freedom and social democracy is based upon the inherent dignity, priceless value found within all. In pursuant of the preamble of the UDHR Charter, which is in very foundation of international law, SILA. Diplomatically yours, Ras Gabriel Selassie, Bongo Trevor, Rastafari, Chairman of the Ethiopian World Federation, and His Imperial Highness Loloras Mesfin Haile Selassie, and the Universal Human Rights Ambassador at large for the Ecclesiastical Kingdom of Debrazil. And this is copyrighted to CC to the Ethiopian Consulate and the US Embassy and the Nyabinghi Center in Pittsburgh, and the Rastafari houses in Kingston, Dogima, Warwick Hill, and the UN representative of Ethiopia. We want to give the EWF a nice round of applause in sending this letter to Prime Minister Abiy. Sending this letter to Prime Minister Abiy. So here we know, Nyabinghi warrior. Okay. So here we have no Rastaman. We want the Bingi drummer them not to leave the platform, you know. Because it's drums and chant for the liberation as to what is happening here. I said the conquering lion. Come together, brothers and sisters. Most break every chain. Come together, chanters. Say the conquering lion. Most break every chain. I say the conquering lion must break every chain and divide the Yes, beloved, so today we make a solemn pledge, just like how we came together and conquered Mussolini forces, just as how we came together and conquered Prime Minister Crispy forces in the Battle of Adwa. Ethiopia is on the march for total unity and freedom. Hail Yai! Hail Yai! Hail Yai! At this time, we're going to call forward another sister, hard-working sister in the Rastafari community. Yeah, and we call forward Sister Mitzi to just come and bring greetings to I&I family on behalf of the people of Ethiopia and Rastafari. Give thanks.
Yes, sir. Greetings, beloved Ethiopian family, royal sons and daughters. We say give thanks. This is a really islandful day. You know, we got so many calls from Ethiopia this morning with ones sending love to the family here and appreciation for the solidarity with Ethiopia at this time. My sister Judith Hilton has asked me to read this press release on behalf of the Ethiopians here in Jamaica. Peaceful demonstration at U.S. Embassy in solidarity with Ethiopia. The peaceful demonstration planned for the U.S. Embassy on Friday, 10th December 2021, commencing at 10 a.m. until 1 p.m., is in solidarity with the people and the government of Ethiopia to restore law and order in its efforts to put down an armed insurrection from the rebel group led by the Tigray People's Liberation Front, and against all forms of foreign interference in Ethiopia's internal affairs. The unrest in Ethiopia started when the TPLF admittedly and without provocation ambushed federal troops stationed in the border area to protect Ethiopia's northern border by the rebel forces led by the TPLF. Hundreds of officers and thousands of soldiers were captured and executed. The unrest has since spread to other regions of Ethiopia, with claims of atrocities observed in the conflict against the forces on both sides of the conflict. The fighting has resulted in the death of thousands of people and internal displacement of civilians in the affected regions, with the threat of starvation of millions of the displaced population. The Rastafari community is joined by Pan-Africanists, members of the Ethiopian community in Jamaica, and the wider population of peace-loving people across Jamaica, and elsewhere are upset at the unhelpful position taken by the United States and its allies, mainly in Europe, in support of the rebel forces and against the democratically elected government of Ethiopia. Specifically, the US and its allies have threatened to impose economic sanctions on Ethiopia. Of particular importance, however, is the threatened suspension of Ethiopia from participating in the Africa Growth and Opportunity Act, which forms a critical part of Ethiopia's industrial, manufacturing, investment and growth activities. Suspension of Ethiopia would threaten the social and economic stability and complicate efforts at securing a just and lasting peace, which is the hope of the organizers of today's event. The organizers are therefore calling on the United States government to use its immense power and influence in a balanced way in order to secure lasting peace and stability in Ethiopia in the shortest possible time. We, the organizers of today's event, are concerned at the threat to the unity and territorial integrity of Ethiopia brought about by this conflict, and therefore are calling on all foreign intervention which undermines the prospects for peace, unity and territorial integrity of Ethiopia to cease such interference and to embrace our call for an honorable settlement of the dispute among Ethiopians. Give thanks. You know, as we stand in solidarity and we mobilize our energies and we mobilize our prayers for Ethiopia, I want us to remember the children especially. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of women and children who have been displaced, who are hungry. We pray for the healing. After the victory and the celebration, the healing and the restoration and the rejuvenation and the rebuilding of Ethiopia is all of us responsibility. Our Ethiopian family are going to be calling on us, and whatever it takes, Ethiopian brothers and sisters, we have to make sure that we answer the call. A lot of family members have been affected by this war. Unfortunately, it is Ethiopians fighting against Ethiopians. We are so pleased to hear that our beloved Lalibela is restored, and all the damage that has been done to schools and churches and homes and sacred sites, we pray for Ethiopia to be restored and the sovereignty to be maintained. Ethiopia will never be left out by imperialist forces, but we Africans will fight if it is necessary for the victory of good over evil. One perfect love, Rastafari.
Give thanks, Sister Mitzi, and that letter should be on the table of Blyden. It should be on the desk of the United Nations, because that letter speaks to the situation that is occurring in Ethiopia. Once again, we want to give thanks. That was a powerful message. Another nice round of applause. Victory is ours by right. His Imperial Majesty told Africa long time ago that unity is our only accepted goal. He said we must put away tribalism, because if we don't put away tribalism, we open the doors to foreign intervention and the consequences. America, and we see all Egypt are come up against we. The Nile is ours and it belongs to Africa, and the source of the Nile can be shared among all. I mean, when Prime Minister Abiy said, listen, over 10 African countries will be benefited from the hydroelectricity. You think Europe want to know that? That Africa will have its own hydroelectricity to bring about industrialization of Africa in the 21st century, independent and free. That means Ethiopia is pulling its brothers and sisters up, and they don't want that to occur. They don't want want that to happen. So we are just calling on, and we look at the liberation of Desi. I was looking at a video, and there was a general, he was just driving through Desi after they recaptured Desi from the TPLF. I think his name was Fana. And the amount of love I see the people of Desi was pouring out. You see all in Jamaica where we feel say man can't hug up man. In Ethiopia, man hug up man and it not have no negative connotation. I see people run out and hug the general in his car, in his jeep, hug him and kiss him because they felt joyful in the liberation of Desi from the armed forces of the TPLF. So we want to salute the warriors on the front line. It's a pity that's not fighting our brothers. But if the brothers take the side of the enemy, he has relinquished himself from being a brother.
Sister Mitzi, how are you?
I am so blessed, my brother. So
that was a very powerful presentation, as always. And you came across so articulately and eloquently. But what is your personal feel of what is happening in Ethiopia? Sister Mitzi, personal feeling.
You know, my brother, to be honest with you, it is unfortunate what is happening because His Majesty's time in Ethiopia as emperor, he portrayed Ethiopia as one Ethiopia, as a united Ethiopia. He never spoke about ethnic groups. He never emphasized, you know, special groups of people based on where they were born, where they lived. He emphasized I and I, all of us as Ethiopians. So at this time, it's unfortunate that brothers are fighting against brothers. Brothers are hurting sisters, families are being destroyed, you know, so we pray for the restoration, we pray for that the sovereignty of this land of miracles can be restored and maintained, because they will always be jealous of Ethiopia. It stands as a beacon and as a light in Africa, and imperialist forces will always want to gain control. But we know that the conquering land will break every chain and give Ethiopia victory.
It is an honor as always, and to see women representing in forces. A lot of women here today, ladies and gentlemen. That means they're concerned. When Mama Africa bleeds, the women of Jamaica and the Rastafarian movement bleed. Thank you so much, Sister Mitzi.